Okay, so this is part two of our weekly insights. This is looking at the week ahead. So again, just be assured, that you'll take note of our disclaimers. So trading involves the loss of risk of capital, not suitable for everyone. Just be aware of leverage because you can lose substantially more than your initial investment. Everything included in here, the views, opinions, etc., is purely for educational purposes. We are not trying to encourage you to trade or invest. That has to be your decision. And of course, before you make that decision, consider the risks involved, your financial situation, level of experience and risk appetite. And of course, you should only risk capital you're prepared, but more importantly, can afford to lose. Any doubts whatsoever, seek independent financial advice before you risk that capital. Okay, so when we look on to what's coming out this week, first of all, just be aware there's plenty of central banks speakers this week from right across the board, various countries and central banks. So just keep an eye out for them. Now, when we look into the US this week, of course, Monday is still pretty much a Easter holiday, but the markets will be a bit more active than they were on Friday with their early close. So in the US, we've got the WASDE report. That's an ag report. So if you're involved in agriculture, you'd know about that. If you're looking to get into agriculture, then it's worth looking at that, giving you sort of where they expect demand and supply to be in coming months and so forth. Now, also in the US, we've got CPI, PPI, so they're the inflationary data. So we're going to be keeping a very close eye on them. And then on top of that, FOMC minutes. So again, we're going to be looking, that's going to give us more insight into inflation. It may even sort of mention the recent banking crisis and what's been going on there. And then even more to come out, because then we've got retail sales, capacity utilization, industrial production, Michigan consumer sentiment even. I do like the consumer sentiments and consensus and confidence, because we account for 60 to 70% of an economy, so it's important what we think and what we do. And I do think that really when we come up to sort of these consensus, these surveys, that they should provide the percentage of responders, because that gives us a better idea of how accurate these surveys are at the moment. Moving on to the UK, we've got GDP, trade balance and manufacturing data. Again, GDP been skirting with sort of borderline zeros, 0.1. Hopefully that can stay there. In the EU, retail sales, industrial production. Moving on to Germany, CPI, so looking at the inflation indicator there. Canada, we've got the rate decision. Their data's been a bit better. Inflation data's been coming down, so I'd probably expect them just to hold and wait and see for a little bit longer. In China, we've got CPI and the trade balance, so again more inflationary data there, but it's not quite so relevant in China because they haven't seen the inflation that we've seen in other parts of the world. Japan, consumer confidence, and Australia, we're going to see the employment data.